Well, there's a lot of ways that we can mentor. When I first started with the department, it was during the massive buildup of personnel for the building of the interstate program. Most of the employees were between 18 and 35, and a lot of them were hesitant. The older ones in this group were hesitant about mentoring and for the younger ones. And the reason people usually thought of that was that they were afraid that the younger one would become more knowledgeable and either take their job or be promoted ahead of them. As the years passed and the age became more diverse within the department, then I saw this start dissipating to a great degree, and then it also helped to have higher leadership that encouraged the mentoring of the younger ones. And I guess people that didn't get mentored as much as they thought they should have in their younger years, later on, then they became mentors. There's a lot of ways that we can go about learning about mentoring and about, we had mentioned books earlier. I think one of the best ways is to pick out people that you come in contact with on a regular basis that are good mentors, and observe what they do. There's a lot of attributes that a good mentor, a good leader has. They don't have to have all of them, but the more of them they have, things like a positive attitude, exudes confidence, is a great communicator, is a good evaluator of the attributes and abilities of the subordinates. They instill confidence in the subordinates. They inspire the subordinates to perform beyond what they thought their capabilities were. They listen to the leaders. Listen to the subordinates. I mentioned earlier the thing about being a good communicator. Well, communication works in two ways. It's not just the leader talking to the subordinates, but it's also the leader listening to the subordinates. And then after the leader, after hearing what the subordinates have to say, knowing what the aim of the task is, they need to be decisive in making the decisions. But once they've made those decisions, then they need to be courageous in following that. Don't start being wishy-washy. Well, we shouldn't have done this, or we shouldn't have. Although we realize that at times there are certain things that come up during the performance of a task, and that requires the leader to make adjustments on the fly, as you would. But then one of the major things that a leader needs to do after the task is complete is to give credit to the subordinates. Just remember that if a leader could do the project by them or the task by themselves, there'd be no need to have any subordinates helping them, so they wouldn't be a leader. They would just be a performer doing it. So since it's not a one-man job, well, everybody on the team has it. So a leader can't do it by themselves. So whether the task fails or succeeds, it's not only because of the leader, but because of the subordinates that were working on the task.